I got shooters with me, don't you try it, nigga.
What's the word, y'all? Don Pablo, Zeta Dawn. I'm the founder, CEO, creative director, mastermind. I'm everything. These are the top 3 worst things. These are my top 3 best things about running a future 7-figure brand / business. Started as Don Pablo Entertainment. Behind the scenes, creative direction, parties, events, and I felt like the best way to market that digital marketing was to have a product to market, which ended up being the clothes. Most people won't understand the backstory. Most people won't understand how Don Pablo got to where it is now. If anybody who knows me prior to this, I have never anywhere on time. I'll schedule a shoot at 3, won't get there till 3:30. I'm just like that. Not good with time. I suck at time, and I suck at allotting time to complete tasks. Doing customer service, I'm situating orders, I'm planning shoots, I'm planning X, Y, and Z. I am 24/7 busy. The phone is nonstop. The stuff that I was putting out 2 years ago compared to now, 100% different. Like, it's a lot of I've changed the quality, I've changed the designs, I've changed everything because it's all about progress and where I'm trying to get to. A lot of time and processing to get everybody on the same page, everybody on the same schedule. My last shoot had about 6 to 8 different people. That's 6 to 8 different people whose schedules I'm working with, who I'm trying to organize different accommodations for in different situations. Like, all of that shit matters, and you have to be good at being able to source different people for different needs. 2, worst thing I hate about running a brand, the cost of this shit. Oh my gosh, if you don't have the capital or you don't have some way to get funds in order to get to where you're trying to go, my first bulk order that I put through I want to say I put it in October. I want to say it was 3 bands. It was like 3 bands to get that shit. It's like 50 sweatsuits. I was trying to drop that shit by like November. Paid the deposit sometime, before Halloween. I did not get those clothes until January. On top of that, at that time, Trump wilding on Twitter, going crazy, doing all this nut shit. By the time that I got around to getting the clothes made and pushing up on my manufacturer and everything, the manufacturer told me it was gonna be $800 in shipping. Same thing with music. Music, it costs damn near a band just to put out a song. Once you get the licensing, video, fit, X, Y, and Z, all that shit, feel me? So anything that you're trying to apply to in this business or any brand or anything that you're trying to do, you gotta understand that you gotta be invested into it. And it's not something that you could just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put money down and then I'm gonna just sell it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not always how that shit goes. Full transparency. Last 2 years, I started this brand in like 2024. Last 2 years, I probably spent like 10, 15, close pushing up to 20 bands. Well, unfortunately for me, I haven't made a lot of that back. A lot of that, I'm really in the negative on this business. But I'm invested into where it's trying to go. Like, I understand that there's bigger things at play and that there's bigger things that I'm trying to achieve. I understand it might not come soon. It's a marathon, not a race. But everybody else can make $1 million a year for 10 years. But if I'm that 10 year, I make 10 million, it doesn't matter. My number 3 worst thing that I hate about running a business or running a clothing brand. Nobody wants to talk about the sacrifice. As a business owner and as a person who's on the internet and outside and doing this, that, and third, there's certain sacrifices that people will not tell you about. They will not tell you about staying up till 4 or 5 a.m. every day because you have projects due or you have deadlines that you're trying to meet, or being on the phone with the manufacturer who barely speaks English at 3 a.m. You could barely understand a word that they're saying, and you're arguing with them because they're not meeting their deadlines or because a sample came in wrong and you're trying to get it replaced. My social life is dead. I have no social life. I can't remember the last time I've been on a date. Really trying to avoid making this video because of certain things going on in my life, because of the trials and tribulations that go on, and because of the losses that I've taken because of this brand. Who is the people who support Don Pablo? They can only see the wins. They gotta be able to see the losses. So I'll be honest. There was many times where the sacrifice personally that this brand took for me was made me lose it and made me fall out in love with the brand. And I wanted to take breaks. I wanted to stop. There were certain things that I felt like I wasn't able to do because of what this was costing me. Shit, I lost my bitch. I lost my friends. I lost a lot of the people that was really close to me, really around me. I lost family, and just gotta keep going. There was a time I almost lost my little brother a couple days before my birthday. Went out to Houston, went out to Cali. I had agendas, I had plans, I had certain things that I was supposed to do, certain things that I wanted to do that I couldn't. I cried so many tears, I can't even cry no more. Even when I try, it's just dry. And that's just reality, that's real. The clothing is my pain. The clothing is Don Pablo because that is who I am and how I feel is through how I dress. That's how I express myself. Do whatever you feel. This is fulfilling for you. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I started a company because I didn't want to wait 10, 15 years to do something I already knew I wanted to do in life. Imagine your company as a kid. You have to sit there and raise it. You got to make sure that little nigga starts breathing and can walk and can eat, and you got to fulfill it. I'll be the nigga to sit here and say it's not all as cracked up to be sometimes. There's a lot of nights I cried about this shit. There's a lot of nights I was going through it and niggas was still like, where's my order? Or do you have this in this size? Or X, Y, and Z. And you just gotta thug it out. You just gotta keep going. The world stops for nobody. 3 best things about running a future 7-figure company / clothing brand. I genuinely love doing photo shoots and setting those up. Like, I like having creative ideas that I get to see come into fruition. I have 9 times out of 10, I'll have a mood board and I'll send it to people so they can see it, but I won't even look at it when I'm doing a photo shoot. I'll just sit there and tell my videographer, I'll be like, here, stand here, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, come here, shoot this, shoot this, shoot this, and let the magic happen in post. I started as a model, so now I've seen every step of this. I always knew that there was gonna be something that I can do to stand out and be in the rooms that I wanted to be in. I didn't always imagine that it would be clothes. So when the clothes took off and changed, everything started happening, it kind of threw me off, I'll be honest. And it's brought me closer to God, which I'm thankful for the most, because when I needed that purpose, when I had nothing to do and I didn't know what was next, I started the clothes and I got the reaction from everybody that I needed to keep going, and it gave me purpose to wake up each and every day and to go, achieve something. So I'm forever grateful for that. My change on life itself and, what I want to accomplish. I've had to become a whole lot more disciplined, a whole lot more responsible. I still have a lot more to go, still have a lot more learning to do, but it pushes me to do that. You have a routine. It's every day, you have class this time, get out this time, and then after you're doing homework, and then after you have some free time to just fuck around and bullshit. And that's what I was doing a lot in school. While I felt like I lacked that purpose, the clothes, the brand, it gave me that. It gave me a reason to work towards. It gave me a reason to want to learn and you need that motivation to want to keep going, and that's what I felt like it gave me. I wouldn't know what I'd be doing with that if I wasn't doing the clothes. The amount of people I've been able to meet, the amount of places I've been able to go, and it just keeps stacking and stacking. And this is only year 2. We're not even at a point where it's we're profitable. We're still in the negative. There's no glass ceiling for me. There's no limits to this. Anything that I want to do, I can make. I can, I don't have to go out and buy other people's clothes. I can go and just make something and get it in a few days. And, it's eye-opening, the amount of discipline and the change in myself and the people around us and people around me. In a sense, you look at everything that I do, you'd see the women, you'd see the clothes, you see the people, you see the celebrities, and you think, wow, you just get caught up in it. And at moments I do. At moments I sit here and look at all the shit that I do, and I get caught up in it in a moment, and I stumble and I fall and I catch myself and I realize that the job is not done. And I'm a hard person to satisfy. I'm my biggest critic. I want to keep going. I want to see this worldwide. I want to be in every single state, every single country. And I tell my friends that all the time, and they get really aggravated with me when I am not satisfied with the work that I'm doing. But it's just because I'm hungry for this shit. Every day it's Don Pablo, and I get really annoying to my friends and the people around me. I have zero social life now because everything I do is Don Pablo. And if I don't get paid to go, I'm not going. Period. I'm not going to no clubs. I'm not going to do none of this shit because I don't want to do that. I want to be working. I want to be making content. I want to be editing. I want to be, for me, doing the shit that's going to take me to where I want to go. I'm Zeta Don, aka Don Pablo. If you want me to do one of these videos, talking videos again, let me know. And I'm out.